Okay, well, we'll keep this conversation rolling. We're going to switch gears and talk about Facebook because there's a lot of mistrust there now to talk about a different story. And so what's going on with Facebook? It's a big scandal this morning.
Yeah, so the WhatsApp co-founder, he put forward a comment saying that he thinks everyone should delete their Facebook accounts. He put this out on Twitter. And he says this because Facebook was caught in a situation where they sold a lot of personal data, because it's Facebook, and we put everything and our mom's information into that account. They know everything about us, so they have this base of information that they can sell off to other people. Well, a particular subset of that data was sold to Cambridge Analytica, which is a company that had interworkings with the Trump political campaign for presidency. And from that information, a lot of data was breached. And people's information was used inappropriately. And as a result, Facebook stock has been crashing over the last couple days. Mark Zuckerberg, a couple weeks ago, and Rob, you know a whole lot about this, he sold a bunch of his shares. Do you want to tell them about that?
Well, to avoid insider trading accusations, sometimes CEOs or what have you, they will sell stock on a scheduled basis, that it's set in stone, they were going to sell this certain amount of stock at this time. But it just adds more to the mystery about what exactly is going on here, because, you know, we volunteer all of our information on Facebook. We put it all out there. But I think the understanding and the relationship with individuals in Facebook is that, sure, we're going to give you all this, and we understand that we could be targets of advertising, but were we really fully aware that we could be targets of, say, political advertising?
Right.
Or from something that might go much deeper? And this is a big international story. In fact, this news station in the UK has put out a series of investigative reports, and I encourage everyone to see them because hidden camera video is really telling in so many ways, because there is what you say in front of a camera, there's what you say, and then there's what you say when you think no one is paying attention.
Amen.
Right? It goes back to integrity. And the CEO of this company is on camera saying all sorts of things that you would not expect them to say. And so there's a whole bunch of shoes dropping because of this. There's investigations upon investigations, and Mark Zuckerberg, the CEO himself, is being summoned all over the world now, essentially to answer some of these questions. They feel that their information was stolen and used in a way that they would not approve. Facebook is saying this. Cambridge Analytica is denying some of these things initially. However, the video evidence is certainly something that is raising a lot of eyebrows and is now prompting investigations. Not just, hey, we should investigate this. Real, actual investigations from the UK government and maybe likely here in the United States as well, because it's a big unfolding story. And what it all comes down to is, were we as people the targets of information or misinformation during the election cycle going back to 2016. So this is something that's unfolding, and I feel like every day we learn more and more about this. The reality of the situation is that Facebook, stock-wise, has taken a nosedive.
Right.
Because what people don't like in the financial markets is uncertainty. Right now, what we have is a lot of uncertainty, all related to Facebook.
So then we
go ahead.
Yeah, we have Mark Zuckerberg, who I have this article that said just 2 weeks before this latest round of investigations, he sold $1.4 million worth of shares. And he says that this was part of a scheduled program that he and his wife had determined that same month, which I believe was in November, saying that they wanted to give this money towards philanthropic efforts. Sounds nice. But that is being called into question on Twitter in this hashtag delete Facebook. People are calling into question the motives behind selling off so much of your stock for the company that you should be behind.
So yeah, it is odd,
It's
right?
odd,
And
yeah.
but we're going to learn more about it. But my question to everyone watching this is: do you trust Facebook? Do you does this change your relationship with Facebook as far as what you're willing to share in there, even with your family and friends? And would you ever really consider losing that? Because I think for a lot of people, for Facebook, we don't go to, at least I don't go to Facebook to try and figure out what I think about politically. I literally go there because I want to see what my friend back in high school is doing.
Yeah.
Or I want to check in with my mom or my dad or what have you, or maybe share some silly article about some albino deer that they found in the Arctic and what's up with that. I mean, that's my relationship with Facebook. However, when you learn about these things and they uncover, you think, well, wait a second, what else is going on here? Because you sign up to be part of this huge community, and your data, which is what they sell, is very valuable to companies for advertising, but it's also valuable to other people. So I don't know. I'm curious if people would ever consider really getting rid of Facebook because they don't want to be involved with all this.
Joshua Willison says that he does not trust Facebook and that he never has. But think about this. In a time when we're so used to getting our push notifications and hoping that we can trust what is sent directly to the top of our phone every hour or so, you want to believe that Facebook, which is where a large number of social interactions happen, is a place where you can find out about the news and where in spaces like this we can discuss a topic and you can trust what we're saying. That is what we hope to convey to you guys so that you can trust us. But it's unfair to Facebook as a whole when one mistake or maybe a series of mistakes in this one financially could lead to the demise of Facebook.
I mean, yes and no, right? Because if the minute I know that this has been happening, we're just finding out about it, and what else is happening? Usually where there's smoke, there's fire sort of thing. And in this case, it doesn't surprise me. I mean, social media to me has always been kind of like scratching of the head, like, wait, this is free and we get to go on and have these conversations and connection for what, at what cost?
Oh yeah.
At what cost? Because what's going, it's a business at the end of the day.
Of course.
So what goes on in business, you need to make money some way, somehow. And we, for all we know, have, what do we do when we create accounts? We check the little box of all the little things.
Yeah, you can know where I am.
We've
You
got
can know what I do.
And then I agree.
We signed off on this probably a long time ago, but that's me speculating because that's what we're trying to do, is trying to figure out what the bottom of this. Would I delete Facebook?
I can't.
Yeah. Yes, listen, we're a generation where Facebook now, our moms and grandmas, older people are on it. Yes, it's great for us in this platform. Ironically, I'm saying this as we're streaming live on Facebook, but there are other ways in which we can, bless you, other ways in which we can stream, and that's the beauty and where we live in now and the times we live in is that there's Twitter, there's YouTube, there's Instagram, there's all these different platforms where Facebook now isn't the only solo dog out there.
Right, but it is the gold standard. I mean, let's face it. I mean, even work-wise,
but I would survive without Facebook.
Yeah, of course we would survive, but it would, I think, even knowing what we know now, it would be difficult to break that connection because you might lose touch with all these people all of a sudden, unless there's some alternative out there, which I don't know if there is, really, in the same way.
Twitter, Instagram,
it's not the
you
same.
name it.
I would miss all of those fun college pictures that people
I
have hidden deep down.
I can't tweet my mom.
not.
It would take too long for her to figure it out.
Yeah,
They are playing
true.
us out.
But, you know, you can pick up the phone and call. That's
Oh, yeah, that's
always,
right.
maybe we'll start going backwards
Yeah,
and reverting back to the OG ways of communication.